Hello everyone and welcome back to more When the Night Comes. Yes, we are back for more of this game as I have promised you guys, because in the last episode, the last time we left off, we finished the entirety of the game, but we played it on Ezra's and Finn's poly route. We basically ended up there. I did their route together, and that's how we went through the whole entire story. But this time around, we're going to obviously go back and do all the other characters, yeah, and all the other possibilities that we could try out. So I had thought about it, and then I thought I was gonna go down the list in terms of like characters on the screen, but no, I thought it would be more, I guess, logical, or also like, I don't know, like the way it kind of like played out in the story wise is that I'm gonna start doing Ezra's route, except just romance him individually. That's how it's gonna be, because I remembered from the very beginnings of the story of the game, he was the first one that we kind of met. So let's just do it in that sort of way, and that sort of that natural flow. So, and as well, it kind of gives me a way where it's like we can skip out on a lot of like the old dialogue and the old scenes that we've seen so far, so we won't have to backtrack too much. So I'm gonna do that. So depending on how short his episode route is, because I will cut out probably a lot of things that we probably have seen, and then depending on if it's short or not in his episode, I will probably throw in maybe Finn's route too, like individually as an individual. So let's do that. Let's start off. Let's see, where can we start off in terms of like where to pick up? Because we met Ezra at his shop. Yes. This is a little warning. Yep. Read that, you guys. And then, you know, well, if you guys already seen my first Let's Play, then you already know. But anyways, regardless. Okay, what are we doing? What am I doing? I'm losing my track of thoughts what I'm doing. Okay, so we first met Ezra at his shop, and I think, if my memory serves correctly, I think the first couple of choices that we are able to do didn't exactly affect points with the characters, I believe. Anyways, regardless, I will have to see. We'll skip out on a lot of things, and then I'll catch you guys up. But either way, the story's gonna progress the same way it has from the very beginnings of this game. So I'm just gonna go and skip and just see where it takes me and where we can pick up after. So I was just in the middle of skipping, and I was kind of sort of doing the same answers that I had been doing from the very beginnings when I first started this game. But then I realized, I was like, hey, since I'm at a point of the game where it doesn't necessarily affect any like points for the characters, maybe I should start doing some of the other choices that we were given the option but we just didn't do it. So like, for example, right here is when we met Ezra. Ezra's off to like kind of like be hospitable and like, you know, offered us some tea or something like that. I don't know. He was like, we were just chatting. Basically chatting. He ran off somewhere to go grab something, and then of course Finn got the jump on us because he thought we were a stranger. We were gonna hurt Ezra, but no, we're like no, we're not enemies here, kind of things. But the first time I said to tell him that Ezra is safe, we are going to ask him, who is he? Who are you? Who is you? So who are you, and what do you want with Ezra? We're as protective. What do I want with Ezra? Shouldn't I be asking you that, Hunter? Yes, we're all very defensive here because we don't know each other. He looks positively furious for the briefest of moments, but then he offers me a sharp, toothy grin, one that has my fingers twitching. The urge to reach for my weapon is suddenly overwhelming, and he notices. He laughs, and the noise sends a shiver rolling down my spine. Are you afraid? You're kind of supposed to be pretty good at eliminating vampire scum like me, are they not? Dang, girl! I open my mouth to respond, but yes, the sound of the kettle whistling as it comes to a boil distracts him, and he visibly relaxes. Okay, there we go. So, a little bit of a rough start there in terms of like with Finn's first impression, but let's just skip on ahead and see where else it takes us. Okay, so here's the next choice. I believe it's basically Finn and Ezra just catching us up on what the town Lunaris is kind of like and what's going on, what's been happening lately. And last time I said, is it really that bad? Because they make it sound like it's pretty bad. But then there's the other option where we can say, I like adventures. So let's just say that I like adventures. I'm the adventurous type. I like to live life on the edge. I'm used to a little adventure. I truly hope I can help. Yeah, taking it into positive strides. Ezra looks defeated but strangely optimistic. I hope my words sound honest because I really have little choice. I have to help, it's my job. My duty. Well, you certainly seem capable enough. Yes. Finn grimaces, exchanging a strange look with Ezra, and I feel like they're not telling me something. Oh, okay. Okie dokie then. There we go. So we're gonna get to know these two a little better and basically get the general gist of what's happening in this town and how it's run. So we're gonna skip on ahead and see where it takes us. Okay, this is when we have skipped to the next day, and this is where we first meet Augustus. Yes, this is when we first meet Augustus, and he's just there, just like, where have you been kind of thing, like, are you my new like subordinate, like you're the new girl kind of thing. And so we're supposed to be like, yes, or so we're like, yeah, we're gonna work with you from now on, and we won't disappoint you kind of thing, and we're very like, we know what to do kind of thing. We got good head on our shoulders. I think last time we said yes, general, but then we have this option, which is like, I guess we're just kind of like bantering with August and how they're just like, you better not disappoint me kind of thing. And it was like, okay, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Ugh, I do hope you're joking. I grin, shrugging playfully, hoping to crack this hard exterior, and Augustus' cheeks darken, turning a charming shade of dusty rose. I can assure you that I'll try my best, Enforcer Willingham. Yeah. August makes a dismissive noise, still eyeing me warily. Yes, he doesn't appreciate my humor. They don't appreciate my humor. Gosh. Anyways, that's it. So Ezra and them are just talking, and they were here to pick up the potion, and that's it. And then Ezra's just worrying about them. Okay, cool. Let's just skip on ahead and see where it takes us now. Oh yes, we meet. Okay, so we're now at the Wolf, and now this is where we meet Piper. Piper was, I guess, a little bit aggressive with us, because apparently we basically took over her position. Basically. Okay, so we can say, what did I say last time to her? Nice to meet you? Or, oh yeah, I said nice to meet you because I wanted to diffuse the situation, but let's just say, do I know you? Like, all snooty and shit. I'm really sorry, am I supposed to know who you are? Yes, the woman looks offended, russet cheeks darkening, her hands firmly fixed to her hips. I glanced down and noticed the violet sash that's looped around her waist and her simple armor. A hunter too, then. Yes. Well, you've come to my town to take my bloody job, so yes, I should expect you to know exactly who I am. Yes, I'm sorry, Piper, I don't. Ah, shit. The name's Piper Merriman, and I'll be keeping a damn good eye on you. The second you slip up, I'll be there. Got it? Yes, to come steal my job. Yes, I know. I'm sorry it had to happen that way. Anyways, let's go. I think the next person we meet is Alker, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let's just go. Okay, yes, this is Alker. I think we're just talking to him, and he seems like a pretty nice fellow, and we can either say that, or we can say, I wouldn't want to piss you off. I think I wouldn't want to piss you off, but you seem harmless. I actually can't remember this one. Maybe I should save it. Let's just save just in case. Because I kinda... Okay, ooh. Is it just me, or did we get more save slots on the latest update? Maybe, yeah. So I think I said this, and then so we gotta say this? Yes, I was right. So you seem harmless enough. I think I could handle you. His brows draw together into a deep scowl, and he still looks relatively relaxed, playful even. Oh, you do you? Care to test that theory? One of his ears twitches, and I can't help but smile at the loose threat. Maybe another time. How about you tell me your name and why you apparently have a death wish? Okay, so yes. Okay, we're gonna skip on over, and then the last person we meet is Omen at the graveyard, I think? Yes. There we go. So yes, you have... Oh, I think... Oh yeah, the art changed. The art did change. I remember clearly because there's significantly more green. Anyway, so you have don't move. Oh, okay, okay. So we noticed that obviously he's a demon, and we're super worried about demons and people like that, them people like that. But we don't. We said we wanted to play cool with it, and so this time we're gonna just be a little bit on edge. Don't move. I know you're a demon. I recommend you don't come any closer. Aww, poor Cinnamon. His eyes wide and his gaze shyly falling to the floor. I won't hurt you, I swear it. Yeah, I am a demon, but I truly mean you no harm. Yes, how do you know who I am? He raises his hands defensively, taking a slow, careful step away from me, and I almost feel bad. Yeah, almost. Oh, girl, Hannah, you're so jaded here. You come off so jaded here. Words spread fast in a town that's this size. I haven't been here long myself, but people like to talk. Yeah. Even to a demon? He offers me a shy smile, hands resting at his side, and as he sees me relax. Even to a demon, nothing stops gossip in Lunaris. Yes. There we go. And then I think he's going to introduce himself, and then we can either joke about it, or we can just be like, what? Yes, so what kind of omen? Introduce yourself. Yes, he says his name is Omen, and then it's actually his name. So we joked saying what kind of omen, but this time we're gonna say introduce yourself, because we're like, what? A demon called Omen. Reassuring. I'm Hana, yes. So, are you okay? Oh wait, no. Wait, what? Did I not do that? Hold on, give me 1 second. It says I can skip. Wait a minute, am I going crazy? Okay, let's just go back one, and then yeah. Did I not say that? Oh no, I think I said it both. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter at this point. Okay, so I think that's it. That's our basic introductory to all the characters in the sleepy town of Lunaris. So I think we're gonna go skip on ahead, and this is where chapter 2 is when the points starts to matter. So obviously we're going to earn points with Ezra, and then when the choice comes up, we're going to take on the individual route. Because I know Ezra and Finn had history, they had a little moment together, but we're going to just do it as an individual, as sad as that sounds. Okay, so I'm going to probably skip up to that point, because from then on, I think it'll play out the same way, because before choosing the poly route, it's like I was trying to earn points with Ezra, so I'm going to do that. Or I can actually go here. Can I? Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just do the other choices here. I forgot there's other choices here. So what did I say this time? Or last time? What did I say last time? I think it was just nice to see you again, because Piper was the one who interrupted, no? I think so. So look at August. So I sense a serious tension in the air, and I'm unsure of how I should proceed. Yes, we were talking to August. We were in the middle of conversations, and then someone knocks on the door, and it turns out it's Piper, and then we realize that Piper and August obviously had history together, and they left off on like bad terms. There we go. So I clearly interrupted something here, and I hate to make it worse or to anger General Willingham in any way. It's my first day after all. No. We were supposed to see August. So we knocked on his door, but Piper was already there, and it was really tense. There you go. That's the context of it. There, August sighs loudly, rolling their eyes and waving their hand at us dismissively. You don't need my permission to talk, you know, but do hurry up. We have work to do. Piper scoffs, folding her arms across her chest defensively. In fairness, it is hard to tell when you have to stick so firmly. Wait, in fairness, it is hard to tell when you have a stick so firmly lodged up your arse. I remember my first day with you. I felt like I couldn't sneeze without you wanting to murder me. August stares her down, lip twitching. Yes, well, you might have been correct. Anyway, guys, please, like, I'm just here to talk. Okay, let's just skip and see where this takes us. I think it's with Piper, but I don't think we're supposed to earn points with her. So let's just say the other answer, I think. Still with August, we either can try to flirt with them or not, and I obviously didn't, because I was more focused on trying to romance Ezra when the time comes. But so either way, I think I said let's start. I definitely didn't say always general in a flirty way, so I just say I think I am. There you go. I quirk an eyebrow at them, taken aback by the simplification of such a loaded question. It's all new drawing, but I think so. The look they give me is nothing short of incredulous. You think? Okay. They pinch the bridge of their nose again. Another habit, apparently. Well, at least one of us is confident-ish. It might be a good idea to be a little more enthused in front of the Lieutenant General, though, Hunter Lee. Oh, are we supposed to meet with Thing? With Terry? Is that it? Is that what's happening? I hear footsteps in the hallway and August quickly rises to their feet. I think so. I think that's the context where they're like, yeah, we gotta talk to Harry. Like, are you ready? Are you sure that you can take on this position kind of thing? We're just like, I guess. I guess. Anyways, let's skip on this through this conversation. There we go. Okay, so we've talked with Harry and with August about discussing the case, and we asked general questions just to get the gist of what's happening with the murders, if there's patterns or if there's any suspects. So there we go. That we exit out of the office, and now Piper is there, and she's there, and we're supposed to be like, she's like, I'm sorry for my behavior kind of thing. That was very unprofessional of me kind of thing. Like, I didn't want you to see me like that. So we could say the pleasure is mine kind of thing, or we can say, I understand why you're upset. I think I was being like a little, I don't think I settled on anybody yet until like halfway through where I was like, yes, Ezra is the one. But anyways, we're gonna say, I understand why you were upset. No flirting this time. You cannot flirt. I placed my hand on top of hers, carefully lowering it to her side. You really don't have to apologize, Piper. I know how hard this must be for you. She clears her throat, her grin morphing into a wry smile. Yes, well, still no reason to be a twat to you. It's not your fault. Her smile widens, eyes sparkling, and I sense that she's up to no good. Was it, Hannah? Did you plan all this just so you get to come here to meet me, the infamous Hunter Merriman? I huff a laugh and shake my head quicker than is probably necessary. Don't let your head grow too much. You won't fit through the doors. She studies August's office door with twisted lips. With twisted lips. She makes a disgusted noise, her nose crinkling. Urgh, and be stuck here with Willingham? Perish the thought. Now, yes. With a heavy sigh, Piper glances at the clock before turning back to me with a roll of her eyes, and she's going to go off her way. Okay. Bye now. Okay, so we are here in the IBEC? Is that what it's called? I forgot. Yes, I already forgot already. The IBEC, which is where we question the twins, so our Morris and Aurora. And before, when we first met them and we wanted to question them about things, I said to start slow because we just want to transition it and not startle them or not put up the defense. So let's just question them immediately this time and see what they think. I have a few questions for you about the recent murders, if I may. The twins cock their heads, and the synchronicity of the movement is startling, wholly unsettling. Aha. The girl laughs quietly, delicately, pale lips pursed. You're not even going to ask our names, Hunter, or maybe let me offer you some tea? The boy, man, glances at her, quickly averting his gaze when she catches him. He seems uneasy, a little less hostile than her, and I can't tell if he's unnerved by my presence or by his sister. Okay, look, ask them their names, ignore and question. Oh, did I ever get this choice? I don't think I did. That's interesting. Interesting, so let's ask them their names then. Yes, let's just be polite, and I'll probably, the second time around, or the third time around when I'm doing this, I'll do the other choice. I take a deep breath, anticipating that I may only get what I came here for if I play along, just like the Lieutenant General told me. Very well, I'm Hunter Lee, and you are? Yes. My name is Aurora, and this is my brother, Armaris. Armaris, yes. Her brow furrows slightly, her gaze slipping to her brother. He's shy, but I'm more than happy to answer any questions you may have for us, Hunter. Okay, there we go. So I think we're able to ask all the questions, so I'm going to skip out on that. Okay, so we're here, and I think we ran into Alcor after we questioned the twins, and we were just kind of lost in our own thoughts. And so last time I think we asked, were you following me? Do you have friends here? I think we asked that. Do you have friends here, maybe? Or were you following me? There you go. Okay, so we're gonna say, apparently, were you following me? Because I didn't say that last time. So, Alcor, were you following me? So he bristles, frowning deeply. Don't flatter yourself. I can just smell the twins a mile away. I just like to keep an eye on things, especially them, and especially strange new hunters who appear out of nowhere, then proceed to hang out with those creeps. Hey, well, cross my heart and hope to die, my visit was innocent. I would be careful making that statement here. Someone might take you up on it. Oh, yes, I laugh, but he's probably right. So, you just happen to conveniently be hiding in an alley to jump out on me, then? Something like that, yeah. It looks like he admits it. There you go. So So here, I think Alco's just gonna warn us about who we talk to and who to trust, basically. So let's just skip on ahead. Oh no, we can skip to here. So, I obviously flirted with him. I remember that. We can say I'm just curious, or I'd like to keep my eye on you. Did we say just curious? No, well, just curious. Let's just say just curious. I'm just asking in an attempt I'm just asking in an attempt at being friendly. You don't have to tell me. Yeah, that simple. I live around, in places. Okay, I scoff a laugh, earning a raised brow and a flick of his ears. Very specific. So I'm a specific guy. There we go. So, that's it. I guess he's just... that's all the questioning that we have with all the flirting we get. So let's just skip. Okay, so here we are. We ran into Finn in the graveyard because we wanted to go back and reinvestigate the vibe there. We need to go back for a vibe check. So we ran into Finn there, and for last time I remember that we said no warm welcome this time, or give him space. I think we said this one, no warm welcome no, we said no warm welcome this time because we were teasing him about how he pinned us against the wall the very first time we met. So just give him some space there. So I stand in silence and observe him, noticing the defeated set of his broad shoulders. He already seems different here to the man I encountered the other night in Ezra's shop. More stoic. He takes a deep breath, one I know he doesn't need, and he turns slowly. Hello! Hello there! Hey there, handsome guy! What you doing? Are you alone? What brings you here on this fine evening? Oh, hanging out in the graveyard is just part of the job. Yes, he rolls his eyes playfully, offering me a smile. Same, I mean, I relate to the people here a lot more than I do anyone else. Stop. I laugh and he joins me, his expression softening a little. For someone who requires no sleep, he looks tired, defeated. Do you really spend your free time hanging around graveyards like the vampires in all the storybooks? He gestures at the tombstones, shrugging. How else would I chat with my friends? Stop! You're killing me here. Stop. He stares at me quite intently, smirk fading. The dull golden glow of his eyes is strangely comforting in the darkness, and they glisten as he cocks his head, seemingly trying to suss me out. I find it soothing. It's so peaceful, and humans can be so very loud. Sorry. He pauses, looking up at the stars, and he smiles. It's nice. I look around us. The trees are swaying softly in the breeze, crickets chirping in the tall grass. Not another living soul apart from myself, and... well, he may not be living per se, but he's here. Right. There you go, you're right. There is something peaceful about it. Curiosity shines in his gaze, and he's apparently impressed by my answer. How are you coping with all this? It must be overwhelming, starting fresh in a strange place. Wow, we get a lot of dialogue with him, a lot of new dialogue. So he pauses, his nose crinkling, pointed ears twitching. Especially one as strange as this. I grin, agreeing with him wholeheartedly. I'm slowly getting the hang of it, I think. You're doing just fine, Hana. Ah, so tell me, why are you really here at this hour? And then we're like here. We're just here for a vibe check. There we go. So let's skip on ahead and see where this story, I forgot where it leads us. Oh, it leads to us more flirting. More flirting opportunities with Finn. Let's just save here just so I have like a point where I can just return quickly if I like mess up. I think obviously we flirted with him. I remember that. So let's just say I'd appreciate the help. So I think I need all the help I can get. So thank you, Finn. Yeah, so I take a deep breath, exhaling sharply. So where the hell do we begin? Okay, so I'm pretty sure he's just basically offering us to like help us out, I guess. Yeah. Duh. Oh, duh, we just said. Oh, he quirks a dark brow at me, fangs shining when he speaks. You're the expert. Shouldn't you be telling me? I don't know. I'm just feeling it out. I brush past him, returning his smile as I head for the site of the murder. Don't push your luck, vampire. Okay, so he laughs a quiet chuckle and he dutifully follows me. We stop at the charred patch of grass, Finn bending to pick up one of the bloody shards of the shattered gravestone. He brings it to his nose, glancing at me before he gives it a sniff. He crinkles his nose, apparently repulsed by whatever scent he's picked up. He hands me the stone, wiping his hands off of his trousers. I suggest you keep that. That's like nothing I've smelled before, and I've smelled a lot of different things in my time. So I throw him an accusatory glance before I turn my attention back to what he's handed me. I put it in my pocket for safekeeping, confused about why such a thing was left uncollected. You can't pick up anything familiar at all, so it's not the victim's blood then. He shakes his head. definitely not his. It smells off. If it's from a creature, it's certainly not one I've come across in my 600 years. Jesus, yes. Well, here goes nothing. Okay, there we go. So I do exactly as I did last time, closing my eyes, concentrating, pouring all of my energy into seeking out that lingering memory. It's just as I remember, painful, loud, and I almost can't bear it as a deep, scared voice echoes in my mind. Leave while you still can. Oh, I still remember this. Okay, may not be new dialogue, but it's definitely, like, it's familiar. I feel the voice pushing at me, but it's weak, nothing I can't handle, so I fight it and hold my ground. It's not hostile, but panicked. It's trying to tell me to go, to get out, to run. That just makes me want to stay all the more. I hear Finn saying my name, but it's quiet, distant, almost as if I'm underwater. I want to help. Tell me how. Who did this to you? No help, just death. You can't stop them. I tried. I failed. The voice disappears and all I'm left with are more questions. I open my eyes to find Finn crouched before me, eyes wide, concern etched on his angular face. Hana, what the fuck was that? You didn't hear that? Hear what? I wasn't trying to. I didn't want to risk my abilities interfering with yours. I exhale sharply, shaking my head. It was the hunter. That's never happened before. What do you mean? I mean, I feel things. I hear things sometimes too, but I've never directly spoken to a spirit like that before. At least that's what I think it was. I should go. We both moved to stand, my legs feeling a little shaky beneath me. Hey, take it easy. I nod, regretting it immediately as a wave of dizziness overtakes me. Whoa there, are you sure you're good to go alone? Yes, I'll be fine. I just need... Bye. You need to find Ezra. He can help you, trust me. He's good at weird shit like this. I contemplate heading back to see August, but I suspect they wouldn't appreciate me barging in at this hour with little more than a ghost story. You're right. I'll head for his shop immediately. Finn nods, still watching me lest I wobble. Be careful. Head straight there, okay? Yeah, I know. I will. Thank you, Finn. See you around, Hana. Okay, cool. So he turns and heads for the forest, and a final glance over his shoulder before he disappears. Now I need to find Ezra, and fast. Okay. I think this is where we can definitely earn some flirt points with him. Let's go. Okay, so surprisingly there, when we reach Ezra's shop, Omen is there. Yes, we find Omen. We talked to him a bit. He was a little bit, like, surprised to see us. So he was just chilling, hanging around, because basically Ezra has volunteered to, be his board. So last time I for sure said, is there anything about me with his journal? Because he has a little journal where he keeps, like, he writes down little details that he notices about people and stuff. So we're gonna say, can I borrow it? Last time we said, is there anything about me? And then, we got him all flustered and shit. So Owen opens the front cover, running a finger over the words. The pages are full to the brim with barely legible notes, all seemingly written quite hastily. Most of it isn't even in a language I understand. Would I be able to borrow it? No, yeah, he tenses, cheeks turning beet red as he closes it and holds it tight to his chest. Oh, well, no, I think I'd like to keep it if that's okay. I'm happy to show you or read some of it to you if you'd like. If you'd like, though. My fingers twitch at the thought of what observations he might have made, but I daren't startle him by insisting. He seems skittish still, just like the first time we met. That's okay, Ulman. Maybe another time? Yes, of course. He's so cute. Like, why would anybody suspect him? Okay, let's just go. Okay, so apparently, Ezra wasn't at the shop, and that's when Ulman, like, answered the door, and that's why we were kind of chilling there. Now Ezra's at the wolf. That's why we found him. So we find him, and I forgot what it is that we kind of said here. It's lonely. I quite like it. Oh, I think we were just talking about being a hunter, I guess. Like the nature of being a hunter. Okay, so I think I said it's lonely, but let's just say I quite like it. I actually don't mind it. I think I'm just used to it now. It's really all I've ever known. Yeah, Ezra purses his lips, nodding slowly, but he doesn't seem convinced. I see, so you don't mind the traveling, the never staying in one place for too long? I shake my head. Though I don't. I accepted that this is my life long ago. We don't have much choice. It's what we prepared for, what we trained for. Isolation comes with the job. You can't get too attached because you'll inevitably be moving on. The thought of living such a life seems to upset him, and he looks almost wistful. I can't imagine it. I left home at 18 and found myself here, and I've been lucky to settle and build a life here. I don't think I could ever leave any of that behind. Yeah, I get you. He sighs loudly, toying with the stem of his wine glass. I admire you, you know. I seem to be surrounded by people with resilience that I could only dream of having. I don't know you very well, Ezra, but I get the impression that you're resilient too. Right? Don't count yourself out. He smiles a little coy, dark cheeks turning red. Maybe. Finn says that often, as does my mother. I guess it's hard to see it in yourself sometimes. Oh, okay, this is where we can flirt. This is where we can flirt with him. No, this is where we can choose our drinks. So, I think the last time we said I'll have what he's having, which is like a glass of wine. But this time let's just get some ale. Yeah, I smile up at her, but it's not well received. A pint of your finest ale, please. Yes, then there she goes. And then we can flirt with him. Oh no? Oh no, this is new dialogue. So I grimace as she returns with my pint of ale and as I nod politely. Thank you, Edna. Thank you. Okay, that's just the only different line, I guess, because last time we asked for wine. This time we asked for ale. Okay, now we can flirt. Go flirt. I'm so eager to go flirt with Ezra. Okay, the ale is dark in color and it tastes rich and hoppy as I take a generous sip, licking the froth from my lips. That's it? That's all I can say about the ale? Okay. There we go. So what does this mean? Take his hand. We're gonna take his hand, obviously. But obviously I'm gonna skip out on the dialogue because we obviously did that choice already. Y'all don't even know what it is. We we take his hand and we have a little moment where we're being a little vulnerable to him. So yeah, let's just skip on that. Okay, so we have finished chapter 3, I think, and this is the Lunar Festival chapter, the extra bonus Christmas chapter. I think I'm gonna go through it the same way. Anything that's like new dialogue I will probably include, but for the majority of the part I will skip out on it. This is when we first are awakened by August and they're just like, where the hell are you kind of thing. Like, why have you not gotten up yet, or why are you late? And we're just like, oh, I'm really sorry, General, I overslept. Instead of the other option, which is like a flirting thing, because we can compliment them on how they were dressed, and they looked hella nice. So we're just like, let's just say that. But I'm not gonna do that this time. So I'm really sorry, General, I overslept. I promise I won't make it a habit. Yes. I don't have time for your excuses. You missed your chance to brief us when you didn't show for our meeting this morning. But nothing. August. I stand in silence, thinking it may not be such a good idea to push them as magic threatens to crackle at their fingertips. If you had attended this morning's meeting, you would know that tonight is quite an important occasion. Yes, now we don't have much time thanks to your tardiness, so please bear with me while I explain. We are in the middle of a crisis, yes, but the Lunar Festival is unavoidable. Harry thinks that if we postpone or cancel it, the town will erupt into chaos. They need stability more than ever right now, and the last thing we need is more panic. Lunar Festival? Yes, the Lunar Festival. A festival while there are horrible murders being committed. He's like, trust me, I know, it's abhorrent, to be quite honest. It's a yearly tradition that's been around for centuries, one that Harry holds dear. He's been distant lately. We need our leader back, and if this helps, then I'm willing to play along. I expect you to do the same. No questions asked. Understand? Okay. I hardly agree, and I have more than enough on my mind that I need to figure out, but the look August is giving me tells me I have little to no choice. So between you and me, I personally think it's a complete and utter waste of time and resources, especially in the middle of such a crisis. Yes, okay, there we go. So no, not yet. We don't need to compliment... Wait, well, we could have complimented them in how they were dressed because, they're very dressed down at the moment, and that's like the first time we've seen them do that. And then the next time we see them, it's like, wow, they're wearing this like magnificent fur coat, looking so fabulous. So yeah, let's just go skip on to that. Okay, so this is where our choices go. As if you guys watched my Lunar Festival chapter episode that I did with this, then you obviously know that I did everybody's choice here. So we're gonna go obviously find Ezra, but I'm gonna skip out on everything here because again, I've done everyone's route and we've all seen how it plays out. So we're gonna go straight into the action where somebody gets murdered. Okay, never mind. There's new scenes. There's new scenes. Never mind. Okay, so we meet Finn. Finn meets us there, and he's just like, I trust that you're feeling okay to be like up and about now. And we're like, yeah, I'll be fine. I overslept and will likely suffer for it, but I'll live. Because we pissed off August because we were late. So you might catch Ezra if you hurry. I was heading to the festival myself actually. Okay, so can we skip now? Okay, so we're here. I accidentally did a little bit over in terms of like skipping out on dialogue, but it turns out it was new dialogue that I didn't apparently do. Like, I don't remember this, or maybe my memory is pretty shitty. But anyways, regardless, we're here and we have encountered August out on the street market with Ezra, and of course Ezra and August has history together. They used to be each other. No, August used to be Ezra's mentor until Ezra left because they grew up in the same hometown. I think that was it. But either way, August, as you know, he's gotten a bit of bad blood with Ezra, and Ezra is like really sad about that. So we're just like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand why you guys are so tense with each other. So we had the option to either ask August about it, or we can leave it. I think I said ask about August, but because I chose leave it in that brief second, you won't see it because I'll cut it. But yeah, I said to leave it because it visibly upset him, and apparently I didn't do that choice, so it made me come to new dialogue. So this is what happened. So I don't press him further. It's clearly an upsetting topic for him. So it's okay, Ezra. Let's just forget about August and enjoy ourselves, yes? And he forces a smile, but it melts into something soft and genuine, and as I smile back at him. You're too good to me, yes. Yes, let's find something fun to do. Okay, there we go. Yay! Aw, okay. I don't know if that was the right choice or not, but anyways, regardless, let's skip on ahead. Okay, so we are going to dance with Ezra, obviously. That's like the flirtier option. So I said to dance with Ezra. I think the last time we said to let Ezra lead. This time I'm gonna switch it up and take the lead instead. So I grab his hand, placing it in mine. Sorry, Mr. Mr. Lion, but I will take the lead if you don't mind. Oh really? I pull him close, my other hand at his waist. If that's okay with you, of course. More than okay, Hunter Lee. He's so cute. We fit together perfectly, fingers entwined, and his other hand on my shoulder. The music is cheerful, fast, and we spin and step in time with the beat. His laughter is magical and enthralling, and I catch myself staring one too many times. He looks up at me with those emerald eyes, bodies pressed close, and I find myself forgetting my name. Transfixed. The song comes to an end, a rather dramatic finish, granting me the opportunity to close off the dance with an impressive dip. He holds me a little tighter, a charming squeal falling from his lips as I fling him backwards, holding him steady. Oh my god. I pull him upright, gathering my wits as I release him, missing the contact. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. He's so cute. The crowd class and I had barely even noticed that most of them had stopped to watch us, too lost in Ezra to care. You're quite a dancer, Hana. Thank you. I'm impressed. Thank you. There we go. Okay, so now we go see fireworks, and then obviously somebody's gonna get killed. So let's go. So we are here in chapter 4, I believe. It's afterwards again. We're in the midst of the action. We gathered up with our enforcer buddies and our hunter buddies, and we're basically trying to figure out how to go about doing this. So we are with Piper right now, and we're talking to a group of subordinates, I guess, and we can either leave it to them in terms of like dealing with the noise over there, or like I guess fledglings. I think we came across like vampire fledglings. I think that's what happened, and we could either fight it ourselves or we can leave it to them. I think I said to leave it to them, and so this time we're gonna actually work out some tension. Let's do that. Let's fight. I could always do with working out a little tension. Yeah, so that's what I was hoping you'd say. I haven't had a good fight in what feels like forever. Yes, let's do it. I turn to address the sergeants. Continue heading for the rendezvous point. If you encounter General Willingham, tell them we're on our way. They nod a little too eagerly and run onward. The hairs on the back of my neck rise the second they're out of my sight, my body gearing up for a fight, adrenaline coursing generously through my veins. I close my eyes and clear my mind. I can hear the steady, assured thrum of Piper's heartbeat, the quiet rustle of the grass, the leaves rustling in the trees. Then I feel it. A vampire, a youngling. Her aura is frantic and skittish. She's only just awoken. She's hungry and scared. She's trying to hide. I smile. We're out quite far. I always used to find younglings in this area. She can likely sense that there's a clan here. She's either seeking guidance or an easy meal. It's too dangerous to let her live. She's quite clearly unstable. Then we'll have to kill her. Oh gosh. The youngling finally emerges from the tree line, her vivid crimson irises surrounded by a blackened ciliaria. Her eyes flicker wildly as she lumbers towards us, unfocused and impossibly unsteady on her feet. This should be easy. She's clearly deprived of blood, dark vining veins surrounding her wild eyes and creeping down her pale cheeks. I see that she wears no shoes, her feet black with mud, and her clothes is torn and saturated with blood, most of it likely her own. Her death was obviously not a merciful one. She's quite clearly been left to navigate her rebirth by herself, and this never ends well. Her lips curl menacingly to reveal sharp fangs that she's still getting used to, and she lunges to us without hesitation. Oh my god, we actually get the option to what's it called? To lead this fight. To work out though how we're gonna fight. Okay, we're gonna dodge. Let's dodge. So I propel myself forward, getting out of the way just before her unforgiving talons find flesh. She growls, a guttural sound, and Piper's wicked laughter echoes around the clearing, drowning her out. She emerges from the darkness before I'd even notice her absence, and she jabs the vampire in the nose with her elbow with such a force that it leaves the youngling stunned. I see an opportunity to take it, kicking the youngling's legs from under her, sending her tumbling to the forest floor. Piper quickly seats herself upon the vampire's back, pinning her and holding her arms. She looks at me with a certain ferocity burning in her gaze, our twin instincts sizzling, itching for a kill. With a curled lip and teeth bared, Piper tips her chin. Put her out of her misery. The youngling thrashes and screams as I forcibly grab her hair, yanking her head back to get a look at her. She's barely 20, the bite marks on her neck still healing, a fresh turn, and one that wasn't done with care. I stare deep into her eyes, seeing not even the barest trace of humanity looking back at me. She's blind with hunger, her newfound instincts ravaging her from the inside out. She's gone. Yeah, she thrashes again, and Piper tightens her grip. We work in tandem to remove her head clean from her body. It's the only way, however violent it may be. I feel warmth spray against my skin, wet, the unmistakable smell of copper. Ugh, the visceral sound of tearing flesh and breaking bones fills the clearing. Then she turns to nothing beneath us, an unrecognizable pile of blood and viscera, and yet another human life has been stolen and twisted into something evil. Jesus, that was fun. No, it wasn't! You have to decapitate someone! I brush the dirt from my knees and take a deep breath, watching Piper clean up her bloody daggers on the grass. Okay, so we should really get going. She turns to face me and I spot that her face is covered in a dark splattering of crimson. Let me get that for you. Let me just get that for you, girl. Let me just wipe that shit away. God, no, we're not gonna flirt with her. But anyways, yeah, I just realized that I didn't do this because it was very graphic, and like I was like, nah, I'm gonna like save it away, like if you guys are too uncomfortable with that. But anyways, I guess we're just gonna go full steam ahead in this. So this is the other portion in which, yeah, I would probably just leave like a timestamp if you guys don't want to read up on gore. But anyways, here we are. You got red on you. You got something on your something on your cheek. So I point to my own cheek, tapping it gently. She looks at me like I'm an utter idiot, which fair, I suppose. You've got blood on your face. Like, I don't know how you don't notice that. Oh, well, what's new? You too. Are you stealing my look? I shrug, scrubbing at my own skin with the sleeve of my coat just to be sure. It comes away a deep crimson. I call it hunter chic. Piper rolls her eyes, sheathing her daggers and swiping at her face. She huffs as the slowly drying blood smears across her rusted skin. Piss. Gone? Yes. I study her carefully, nodding my approval. Clean as a whistle, or someone who hasn't just slain a vampire? Bad jokes. Why am I not surprised? She takes a deep breath, looking around the now eerily quiet clearing. We better get going. August will be having an absolute bitch fit. Okay, let's go. Let's go see them and see what they have to say. There you go. So here we are. We ran into some trouble on the way, but we took care of it. I gather that's why you were so late. It's fine. Obviously, such things cannot be prevented. It's not good news, as I'm sure you can tell. Yes, yeah, dead people. Okay. Okay, so here we are. We're back at the office because August sent us here, because they're just like, you look tired, or you need to like go report to to Harry and not get involved with the cleanup here. So we were talking to Harry, and we were just recounting what we've seen or investigated so far, and then we obviously have our own little secret thing where that's happening, in which we hear voices. We hear voices from the dead, from the victim of that last murder. So we can either tell him about it, tell him the truth, or lie about it. But oh my god, ever since we finished the game and we find out who Harry truly is, like, I feel like, god, this makes more sense. Obviously, we're gonna lie to him because the last time I told him the truth, because I was like, we need to be truthful. We need to not hide things from people. We're trying to solve this shit together. Nah, Harry knew it all along, so we need to lie. Let's lie to him. He just told me his name, nothing more. If he did try to say anything of substance, I didn't hear. Yes, so I see. He studies my face, and I wonder if he can tell I'm hiding something. I stand my ground, my expression stern and solid. I wonder if we realize it's James? No, not yet. I don't think so. Not yet. Find Augustus. They can help. They specialize in psionic magic, and this certainly falls into that category, I assume. Trust no one else with this. Do you understand? Yes, I nod, feeling immensely guilty that I refrained from telling him the whole truth, but I think I need to keep this close to my chest. Well, it's a good thing, because Harry's a shady-ass bitch. I will. So there we go. So let's just get on our way. Okay, so we've done disgusting things with Harry. I think we did know it was James. It turns out it was James. And yeah, we decided to refrain from telling Harry that. And so afterwards, we walked out and we stumbled across Finn. We were like, oh my god, we're super tired. But he's just like, yo, what's up? Like, you shouldn't be wandering around bad night like this. And so we can say, I think I did flirt with him, saying that I feel like we should talk, but we need to not do that and say, I feel like I need a drink. Let's just go get a drink with him. You know, it's a shame the bar is closed. I would kill for a drink right about now. Yeah, so the grin he offers me tells me I've probably said the wrong thing, inviting him to be devious. Hannah, if you think I've lived here for centuries and not broken into the tavern for a late night beverage, then you're thoroughly mistaken. My goodness, you just break in and just help yourself? I don't doubt that, and it's certainly tempting, but no, I shouldn't. I need a clear head tomorrow, as clear as I can muster with all of this fog anyway. I wonder what August would think if their new star general was caught stealing from the local with a vampire of all things. I'm willing to find out. I join him in his laughter. The mere thought of August being informed of such transgression, giving me the boost I need to drag myself up those stairs. You're yet to discover just how easy August is to fluster. I implore you to find out. They turn quite a startling shade of red. Finn, stop tempting me. Stop being such a bad influence. I don't doubt that, but I've seen August mildly angry, and I can't say I'm fond of it. I'd rather not get zapped, thank you. He shrugs, lips pursed. That's fair. I really should get some rest, yeah. A pleasure, as always. Yeah, okay, so I remember we've got your back. Should we find anything of interest overnight, I'll come running. Daylight permitting, of course. Okay. Yeah, okay, so he's got his clan to do basically like a perimeter search. Okay, so let's just skip on ahead, let's go to sleep. Okay, so we are here. It's the next day. We come downstairs and we find Alker being a little bit shady. He's got his hood up and he's looking a little skittish, more skittish than usual. So he basically gave us, he found the cloth, the hunter sash. Yeah, he found it, but he's like, I didn't do it. It's just like, this is what I found. I came across it, kind of thing. And like, please, like, believe me on this. So we said, of course, I'm not going to let them hurt you. Strange that he would come to me with this. He doubts my ability to protect him? No. Let's just say strange that he would come to me with this. But I swear I said I'm not going to let them hurt you. Okay, let's just say this, just for the sake of it. So yeah, I carefully pocket the piece of evidence. Gods only know what importance it has in this grand scheme of things, this scrap of fabric, but Alcor clearly takes great pain to get it to me. That in itself is perhaps enough for it to be worth hanging on to. I haven't forgotten what Finn mentioned the other night in the graveyard about the strange blood. One thing, however, leaves me uneasy. I appreciate your help, Alker, though I wonder why you decide to come to me with this, considering I'm a hunter. I make a vague motion at myself. I am a hunter, yes, exactly. For a moment, Alker looks dumbfounded, like I was asking something obvious. A second later, he looks wounded. A flash after that, his face closes off and he backs away, shoulders stiff. Oh no! He tries to smirk to brush it off, but his body movement is so obvious I know he is straining. Regret clenches in my gut at this sudden, irreversible misstep. My apology, I didn't mean to say I came to you because who else in this fucking hell town would have a fart of a chance listening to me. His hands fall to his side, balling into fists. Are you saying I shouldn't have? Oh no! It isn't phrased as a question. I stare at him, not knowing how to respond. It occurs to me, however, that trying to work this out favorably is a smarter plan. Alker has come forward willingly with something that might be of use. Standoffish as he is, and quick to be spurned as he can be, I know it won't be the last time he'll be helpful. At least not if I can do something about it. I'm sorry, yeah. It's the second time in as many minutes I have apologized, but so be it. It wasn't my intention to alarm you. I was actually just curious, but never mind. Thank you, though, really, for this. Alcor half glares at me, unconvinced. It lasts only for a heartbeat, though. He quickly looks away, and there's color rising on his cheeks, mumbles under his breath. What did you say? Yeah, I said. He deflates like a bladder balloon. I said I was an asshole. Sorry. You happy? Aw, he's so cute. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I know that like response would have hurt you, but I wanted to just see what it is for science. On I don't like it. I don't like it. No, not really. If he meant to apologize, I would want something less, well, asshole-ish, but I will take what I get. At least he's reluctant but sincere. It's alright, we both misunderstood. You don't have to soften it up. I know I was the one who, bah. Never mind, anyway, what's important is this. Yes. Yeah, okay, so I think we gotta take this to Ezra, I believe. Yes, so let's just take this to Ezra. There we go. So obviously we're gonna say I will protect you. Duh. Yeah. So he did his little analysis, his little magic analysis on who the blood can be, who the blood belongs to, etc. etc. So yeah, we're gonna say he's reluctant to tell us more about it, but we're like, no, Ezra, like we'll protect you. Don't worry about it, because he was scared that our involvement might mean that we might get hurt. But no. So we are here and we've encountered Omen. This is of course like every chapter from here on, as you guys saw, that we touch base with everybody basically at least once. So let's just say we basically, I think we accidentally spooked Omen, and he's really jumpy. And then so we said last time, is something wrong? So we're gonna say, where have you been? Despite his obvious distress, I couldn't deny that seeing him provided me with some relief. No, not because I have feared for his safety necessarily. Omen seems the type to know how to stay out of sight and out of trouble. But perhaps that is the problem. He has been staying out of sight a little too well. And judging from the look of him, maybe he's not been staying out of trouble. Still, I opt for friendliness because my relief at his presence is not false. I'm glad to see you. Yes, Omen's brown eyes go wide. He takes a half step back, hugging his arms. Not out of fear, or at least I hope not, but rather surprise. His aura flickers, but I resist the urge to mention it. You are? Yeah. He seems to struggle with this revelation for a moment. Then he smiles guiltily. You are. You were worried about me. Thank you. I worry a lot about everything. Especially since I haven't seen you around since before the murder last night, I want to say, but something tells me mentioning it is not wise. Are you alright? You seem to be in some distress. Oh no, I'm fine. He says that a little too quickly, I think. So I'm looking for someone, yes. And he's looking for his sister, I believe. Did his sister come into play yet? I don't even know. Anyways, you guys, we're gonna skip on ahead. So we're here in Augustus' office. They're a little shaken. They're a little stressed, to say the least. So we're here. They're just trying to, like, of course, organize their thoughts and stuff, and basically, I think they remember what Piper told them not too long ago, and it's kind of coming back into play, and they're just like, oh shit, what if she is right, kind of thing. Like, there's something shady going on, and I just gave her shit for it. So we are also here, and we have our own suspicions, and we're just like, and we were suspecting because it seems like people, even the enforcers that we're working with, is keeping something from us, and we're just like, we caught on to that, and we're like, hey, August, no more secrets, I just want to know the truth. So I think we said I just want to know the truth last time. We're gonna say I have questions for you. I can't help but scoff at that statement. I stand here with a piece of paper in my hands that has apparently condemned a woman to life in a dungeon, and yet there is no explanation for that. No one knows why, and people are afraid to talk to her. What is this, General? General, did they catch us sneaking into their office to, like, I think so. I think that's what happened. We, like, snuck into their office, and we, like, rifled through their desk, and we found that. So yeah, now we're like, and then they walked in on us, and we were just like, hello, what is this? So they clenched their fists, the leather of their gloves quietly creaking under the pressure. Would you believe me if I told you that I do not know? I contemplate that question carefully. Would I? Do I? As in this moment, no, I don't. The answer I hoped for, if you trust me right now, then you'd be nothing but a fool. But truly, I don't know why. I assure you that I'm not lying, but you can decide that all on your own. Yeah, something in my gut tells me that that this really is all connected, and this does not comfort me. Okay, so they're gonna obviously spill their beans. Okay, so we've asked about Piper. We've asked about what happened with Aya, which is the girl's name of the girl that got thrown into jail and unintentional, like, you know, on no good cause. So now they basically spilled their guts on things. They're like, I don't think I can trust the people I thought I trusted. So yeah, we are here. We can either say trust me or I'm done playing safe. I think we said trust me last time. So let's just say I'm done playing safe. I wring my hands, feeling restless, ready to spring into action as an idea plants itself firmly in my skull. I have a plan. We're gonna break into the dungeons. Yeah, oh really? Well, do tell. I laugh, quiet and sharp. I'm not sure that's a good idea that I tell you. They run their hand over the front of their shirts, standing a little taller. I may have been honest with you this evening, but I'm still your enforcer. You'd do well to not keep such things from me. Okay, especially if there could possibly be consequences for me too. They're right, I suppose. This'll harm both of us if it doesn't work. Fine, but you're not going to like it. You may not approve, but we have a few allies that probably know the dungeons better than any hunter or an enforcer ever could. And this is where we do our little plan. Okay, so we touched face the next morning with Piper. The option was to tell her that we're going to break into the dungeon. Of course, she's on board with that. And now we are at Ezra's shop, and Omen is kind of like running around frantically, I think, because he has bandages, and we notice that, and we're like, oh, are you hurt, kind of thing. But then I said that, but then we could say this. Then we have time for you to tell me, like, you know, like what's going on. Then we have some time. Yes, I take a small step towards the door to block the exit, crossing my arms and projecting as stern an air as possible. There are too many secrets in this town, and I recall you telling me I am your best hope to solve your problem. I would have you trust me enough to tell me what's going on. Yes, Omen freezes, then his face falls. He looks away, mouth moving without a sound. It's a long, tense moment before he looks at me again. This time he meets my eyes, takes a deep breath, and nods, clutching the medical supplies he's holding closer to his chest like he thinks they're a reliable barrier between us. The sight of it makes me feel something unpleasant. I wish Omen wouldn't fear me so, wouldn't fidget, tail lashing back and forth in agitation, shoulders tense like standing before me is taking all of his courage. Still, it's as it should be. Suspects I've encountered in the past as a hunter, and Omen resembles them all too much. The hint of power he let slip yesterday assures me that he will make a terrible enemy. If he will be an enemy, but I really hope not. Yes, of course not. Alright, so it sounds almost like an admission. But Omen takes a deep breath, squares his shoulders, and begins to speak quietly. Yes, 2 years ago I came to Lunaris. That is, I came to stay in Lunaris after a disagreement with my father, I suppose. Yes, he's like, I am the Prince of Hell. Hello, and my sister's in the back and she's hurt. Okay. So we are here, yes, we are here, we've gone to the back, we've met with Elaine, I think that's what's her name, Elaine, which is Omen's twin sister, and of course our Morris is there, and we're like, what in the world? So they let slip that she got attacked by the monster that we're trying to hunt down, and of course we're trying to get answers from our Morris. Last time we encouraged him to talk, so to be kind and soft with it, but this time we're gonna push him to talk. His sister chose to be blunt with me when we met, and our Morris offered me nothing but a sorry glance. My patience wears thin. Oh wow. Ezra casts me a look, and I think he can tell that I'm growing frustrated. He places a hand upon my arm and speaks first. Yes, so think of Elaine, our Morris. We can't afford to play any more of your or your sister's games. People are dying. Fine. Aurora has been sneaking out at night as of late. Yes, there we go. Okay, so we just cut straight to the chase. Okay, let's just skip out on that. So, last time we were here, they put Elaine and Morris and everybody basically left, and it's just us and Ezra now. And he disclosed the fact that he used to be like a medic in the field working with the enforcers until he eventually got kicked out, or he was forced out, because all the bodies that he's been like given in the morgue is like super weird, and it's like he doesn't understand how these people died, etc., etc. So yeah, that's his thing, and he took notes on that as well too. So I think they took the notes, and then he somehow got it back. So we're like, we either take the notes from him for research purposes, or we don't take the notes. Last time I took it just because he offered, but this time we're gonna say don't take it. so I don't see much use in having some scribbles I'll barely understand. I know nothing of healing or medicine, so I decide they're probably safer in Ezra's hands. You keep them. I think they'll be more of use to you than me. He nods, understanding. Very well. Okay, so, so why were you so afraid to tell me this? You did nothing wrong. You were helping people. Yes, okay, so we're gonna skip on that. Yes, and we've let him know in on the whole, like, we're gonna bust into the dungeons to see if we can find Aya. So we need to flirt with it. We need to say, I can't do this without you, Ezra. Gosh, okay, we're gonna skip on that. I think this is where we kiss. No, it is not. That was not where we kissed. We were just like, we got a little bit more flirt points with him, so it's all good. So we are down here again with the last person, the most important person that will help us break into the dungeon. It's Finn. So we meet Raven. So it's really nice to meet you, Hannah. You being in town has given Grumpy Pants here something to do other than to mope, at least. I do not mope. Raven rolls her eyes, and I finally take her hand. Her grip is firm, and I wonder if she might be trying to unnerve me when her startling eyes widen exponentially. Okay, so let's skip on that. We meet Raven. We talk to Finn, and yeah. Okay, so we can either flirt with Finn, and when we want to tell him that we need his help to bust into the dungeons, we can say I need you, which is what I said. I forgot whether I think I just said that. So we can either say I need your help or I have a job for you. So let's just say I need your help. Let's just do that. I have a plan, and I think I might need your help to execute it. So he tilts his head, curiosity obviously piqued. A plan? I do love those. Tell me, what can I do? Any secret passages that you know? Don't you want to know the finer details first? He shrugs, running his tongue over his bottom lip. Makes no difference to me. I trust you implicitly. So if it means I can help you in any way, I am all yours. Aw, wow. Just tell me where you need me. Wow, he trusts me implicitly. That's so romantic. Anyways, okay, we're gonna skip out on that. We debrief him. He tells us more about it. No, we debrief him about the plan. He tells us about how he has a stake in it as well too, because Fierro was missing and he was thrown into jail as well. So he's hoping that he can find him there too. So he's like, yeah, I'm all for this. We are back here. Okay, I forgot. I didn't realize we didn't touch base with Alcor, but we're back here at the wolf cabin of the wolf pub, and we've encountered Alcor. We are here with Alcor, and I think he asked us if we should no, he encounters us and he is like, I need to show you something kind of thing. And we're just like, come follow me. And we're just like, of course. Or we can say, why should I? I don't want to say why should I, but that's not the option I chose last time, because I said of course, because I know he means no harm, but like, oh man, okay. I'm so mean to him. Aww. I cross my arms and frown back. I mean this with as much respect as I can muster, but not a lot of people in this town had been the most forthcoming with me or trustworthy. Alcor smiles again, the expression unpleasant this time. Then you'd better shush and let me tell you what I know, huh? Then let me tell you what I know, huh? Since I'm making an effort to be straightforward and trustworthy right now. The woods, let's go. Okay, he's like, let's just fuck it. You're coming with me whether you like it or not. He shoves past me and disappears into the night, leaving me with no choice but to follow, if only to make sure I keep him well within sight. I'm so like jaded. God, what have I got against Alcor? Lunaris is cold. Okay, so I think we're gonna go to his. No, we're not gonna go to his secret hideout just yet. We're just gonna go talk in the woods. He's gonna leave us in the woods, I think. Okay, so we talked to Alcor. He basically told us how he got his brand, I think, and like how he like lost control, but at the same time, it's like he woke up. Oh no, he became conscious of the fact that the hunter that he supposedly attacked was, I forgot. Either way, I think he was framed. That's why he got the sense during that incident, and he's just telling us that like, yeah, there's been shadier shit happening even before then, kind of thing. And that's like my experience with it, like with the enforcers and stuff. So he leaves us in the woods, and then we hear noise, and we hear, obviously it's the creature. I think last time I said to wait because I didn't want to like get myself into trouble, but this time I'm gonna advance. I'm gonna go forward. I step forward, my footsteps quiet, and I assured that, So I step forward, my footsteps quiet and assured as I advance back towards the thicker forest. Another rustle, closer this time. Yes, then it lumbers into view. Either way, we have an encounter for it. We're gonna run straight to Ezra because that's the option that we had. Okay, this is where we kiss him. This is where we kiss him. We had a little bit of a spook there. We encountered the monster. We actually see it this time. We run to Ezra. We're shaken, and then he's just like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And then, feelings run high, kind of thing. So I think we said to let him lead last time, but we're gonna lead this time. So I let my hand wander, running up over his forearm, his shoulders, cupping the curve of his jaw. He gratefully leans to my touch, smiling softly, a delightful pink kissing his freckled cheeks. "You're so beautiful, Ezra. You really are. You're so pretty. You say these things. I mean it. I do." His tongue flicks out to wet his lips, my eyes following the movement. "Oh my God, kiss him. Wait. Dang it, last time I said to kiss him." Okay, let's kiss him once and then let's kiss him once and then cuddle afterwards. That was how it played out. So I can't resist kissing him, not kissing him. Like, I'm sorry. I can think of nothing that I want more in this moment than to press my mouth to his in a gentle kiss. The vivid green of his eyes bright as he fixes his gaze upon me. His smile grows, turning into something a little sly, a little impish. It's almost as if he can hear the cogs turning in my mind, the desire to act overwhelming. "Yes, you can kiss me, you know." I'm sure he sees the way my brow raises, the way color must kiss my own cheeks. Yeah, it's all the permission I require, and the gleeful little noise Ezra makes as the first melding of our lips tells me he's pleased with my advances. At the swipe of his tongue, I taste sugar, just as I suspected. Because everything about Ezra is sweet. I'm so cheesy. I think I already read this before, but I'm just like, oh my God. I got good game. I got such strong game. I breathe into it, inhaling him, his fingers threading into my hair. He moves away slightly, tipping his head as I pepper his face with reverent kisses, the corner of his mouth, his cheeks, his jaw. "Hana, yes." I sit up, staring him dead in the eyes, and he bites his bottom lip. "Kiss me again, will you?" "Yes." "Well, since you asked so nicely." I surge forward, the second kiss loud and a little undignified with our enthusiasm, but he laughs against my lips nonetheless. When we next break apart, we settle upon the sofa together, fingers entwined, smiles upon our faces. "Yes, and we can cuddle. Let's just cuddle, afterwards, okay? Or not." Or not. I guess not. I thought we had the option to just cuddle and not kiss again, but okay, whatever. It's fine. So the thought of the next day is that we were sleeping, and the thought of sitting down and writing my report on what transpired last night makes my head hurt, but it has to be done. This should be interesting. Okay, so we do that. We go to their office, August's office, and then what did we talk about? Oh, okay, so we're in August's office. We got a pounding headache, and they're just really concerned. They're just like, "Do you want me to check up on you," kind of thing? And we're just like, we can either say go ahead or I'd rather not. So just to say I'd rather not, because we said go ahead last time. So I grimace, shaking my head. "I prefer not to, if that's okay." "Yeah, of course it's okay." "Aw, not everyone likes having magic used on them. Plus, you look fine, so let us not worry too much about those headaches unless they worsen, okay?" "Yeah," I nod, grateful that they understand. "Thank you. I'll be sure to let you know." "Right. You're gonna be my personal doctor, I guess." So great that you're an enforcer, but also a doctor. Okay, let's just skip on this. Aha, so this is where we are. Okay, this is where we can lead, or we can let him lead, or we can don't worry about me kind of thing. So I think we're gonna lead this kiss because we've been leading so far. So let's just do that. Ezra, everything's going to be fine. I've got all of you looking out for me. Yes, so Ezra is just a little worried about how this is gonna go down in terms of breaking into the dungeon basically. So yeah. So plus I can most certainly handle a few enforcers if it comes down to it. Let's hope it doesn't. Let's hope they aren't keeping anything sinister down there, and that you come home safe and sound. I reach for him, gently tugging him closer. "I'll be back before you know it." "Yeah, right? Don't worry about it, boo." Then I kiss him. It's quick, but firm enough to ensure it lingers, to show him that I am coming back, and when I return, I'd kiss him properly. I suppose you better get going then." "Yes. Okay, let's go." Okay, so tense moment here. We're down in the dungeons. We talked to Fiera. We asked him a bunch of questions. We've seen some of the creatures there as well too, and then we obviously hear enforcers coming down and making their way. Last time I said to just run because this is our only chance, but this time I said we're gonna wait. I guess we're gonna wait. Piper waits patiently while I decide, trying my hardest not to waste time. If we run, we might alert them to our presence. If we don't, I close my eyes, shutting everything else out around me. I can hear them, two people, seemingly not aware of our presence. Yet, casual conversation, footsteps drawing nearer, but from the dungeon entrance, far away from us. I open my eyes and hold up my hand, signaling for Piper to wait. We can make it, I know we can. I shake my head, listening, waiting. Their voices grow quieter, footsteps upon the staircase, and then they're gone. Go, now. Okay, so we step forward, pushing open the heavy door with ease. Cool, crisp air hits my face, and I spot a tall, dark figure waiting for us. Okay, so either way, we were able to get out because, like, they weren't heading down that way anyways, and we confirmed that. Okay, so let's just skip. I think we're gonna go hide out at Alker's and Omen's little hideout, so let's just go there. Okay, so we are here, back in Ezra's shop, and we are talking to Finn, and I think... I don't know what the topic of conversation is. Let's just go back. Okay, yes. So Ezra is just like... Ezra's really hesitant and like obviously scared that like we should get more involved in this, or we need to like, you know, like both divulge more secrets from this place. Except Finn obviously is just like, no, we need to get down to the bottom of this. We need to take action. We can't just like, you know, be idle kind of thing. So we're strong together, is what I said last time. So stop being stubborn. His logic is flawed. Don't you think you're being a little stubborn? Surely you can see that it's safer if you're around. Oh, so you say you want to protect them and yet you distance yourself. Ooh, I know he probably means well, but from being in Lunaris and being around this weird little family I've joined, I've come to see that strength really is better in numbers. I suppose you could say that. I roll my eyes. I wish I could understand where you're coming from with this, but in such a situation, don't you think it's better to take some risk? Oh, okay, no. Finn was the one who was just like, we need to back off kind of thing. Like, we need to, like, distance ourselves from, I guess, other people, because obviously other people don't like our kind of thing, and you know, if we do get involved, we're only going to get ourselves hurt and we're going to be scapegoats. Okay, that's what it is. And obviously Ezra is like, no, Finn, like, why are you doing this? Don't do it. And we're like, obviously, yes, don't be like that, Finn. Yes. So being away from those you care about truly only does more harm than good. Your presence gives them strength, and you face the consequences together. Walking away and watching from afar when everything falls apart seems like cowardice. Finn, you're expecting to be everywhere and nowhere at once, and we're all taking risk here. Exactly. Please tell me you at least know how much better we are with you around as part of this unit. He looks to the side, a brighter smile forming before he returns his gaze to us. I've lived a long time. I may just be a little overly cautious. But yes, I see. Y'all. Okay, so we can fix this together. Obviously, we can enter in a relationship with both Finn and Ezra, or obviously, what we're here for, what we work to be here for. It doesn't have to be that way. It's just to remain in a relationship with Ezra. We're gonna do that. So, you seem to care about one another a great deal. I hope I've helped even a little. Yes. So Ezra bites his lips, fiddling with his sleeve. I'm used to having so much company, being surrounded by those that I love, so going from that to whatever this is, I do care, and it brings me immense comfort to know that you have someone now, that you have Hannah. Aww. Ezra looks at me, his smile bright and beaming. He holds out his hand, and I go to him willingly. Finn watches proudly, and everything feels a little lighter. So, no more skulking off into shadows, got it? Yes, good. Hehe. Still boyfriends, even if they're not necessarily dating. Annoyingly and embarrassingly, I feel a yawn brewing, unable to stifle it. My fatigue suddenly catches up to me, and I find two pairs of wide eyes staring at me. Tired, are you? Yes, I am. Okay, so Ezra snorts, squeezing my hand and tipping his head towards the door. Come on, I'll walk you back to the wolf with you. You don't have to, really. I want to. I'd like to say goodnight properly. Oh my god, Ezra, stop! Finn groans, tucking his hands in his coat pockets, already moving towards the back door. I'm going. We've had enough sappiness for one evening, don't you think? Not enough sappiness if it's with Ezra. Good night, Finnegan. Finn bows graciously, if not a little dramatically, offering us a devilish smirk. Good evening, both. Okay. Yeah, let me just grab my coat and we can go, okay? Yes, of course. Of course. Eee, so cute. The wolf is bustling tonight, and Ezra and I enter without drawing anyone's attention. We stay close as we head for the bar, and Ezra grabs my hand, tugging me to the stop. You need to rest and to lay low. We should just head upstairs. Alright, I wholeheartedly agree. Yes, let's cuddle. We both breathe a sigh of relief as the door clicks shut behind us, and Ezra's eyes are curious as he takes in my room. It's a lot nicer than I expected, you know, for the wolf. I shrug, making my way over to the bed to take a seat. It'll do. I've definitely had worse. Oh, yes, I suppose you have. So I sometimes forget that you move around so much. It feels a little like you've been here forever. He takes a seat beside me, our legs touching. With little thought, I take his hand. Our fingers twine and Ezra smiles softly. It helps that I have you and the others. Thank you for bringing us all together again. It feels like a weight has been lifted. I know it'll take some time to adjust, specifically for Piper and Gus, but it's all thanks to you. Aw, we sit in comfortable silence for a little while, nothing but the muted sound of laughter and glasses clinking coming from the tavern downstairs. Ezra sits beside me and with a heavy sigh. I should head home. I really need to get the shop ready for tomorrow. He seems less than enthused with this prospect as am I. Say goodbye, kiss him goodbye, or kiss him goodbye, let him lead. Oh, I don't think we had this option because we never really pursued him like individually, right? So this is a free for all. Oh my god, this has now become a free for all. Let's let him lead. Yeah, let's let him lead this time because we've been leading so far. So I wish you didn't have to leave. Yes, I wish I didn't have to either, but he tugs at me to stand, our fingers still laced, and he pulls me until I'm flush against his chest. I'll miss you, Hana, but we always have tomorrow. Yes, and the next. We're so cute. We're so annoying. We're so irritating. I tip my chin when he reaches to caress my cheek, my skin heating beneath his gentle touch. Our lips meet in the barest of kisses, something soft that I can savor even when he's gone. He hums as we part, green eyes wide, sparkling. You're not making this easier, you know. I smile and he reluctantly drops his hand from my face but keeps me close. I'm not trying to. As much as it clearly pains us to part, we do, and Ezra's gaze flicks to the door. Well, good night, Hana. Good night, Ezra. Okay, so then before he has a chance to take a step, oh yeah, this is when Aurora bursts through the door, interrupts our moment. Oh, Aurora, why? The door slams open. There stands a bloodied and beaten Aurora, a disheveled shell of the calm and collected woman I met just a week ago. I quickly move to stand by Ezra's side. So his eyes are wide, but his stance is calm, undefensive concern for the injured woman before us. Aurora, what are you doing here? She leans against the doorframe, leaving a bloody handprint upon the wood. With a deep, ragged breath, Hunter Lee, I think I may require your assistance. There you go, that's the end of Chapter 5. Okay, so this is getting to be a lot longer than I think it's going on for. So Chapter 6, it will come back. Okay, so okay, yes, I know, yes, oh my god. Aurora, you look horrible. Anyways, let's just see where I am in terms of time. Okay, so I think I should leave it here for now, depending if I get down to editing and it turns out that I'm like way below time in terms of like the episode, then I'll add more to it. It'll probably be a really awkward thing to do. But I'm gonna leave it here for now, tentatively, unless otherwise. But yeah, we made it halfway through the entire game anyways. There's only really 5 more chapters left, and I feel like those 5 chapters are gonna take way longer because then there's gonna be more differences. There's gonna be more divergent in terms of our path now because we're only with Ezra alone. So yeah, let's just leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you guys will join me for the conclusion of Ezra's route. And in terms of that, probably by the end of it, I will go back on some of the choices that we're allowed to make now with Ezra as an individual kind of character route. Like that one before where it's like we had 3 options of either leading the kiss, you know, letting him lead the kiss, or just not doing anything at all kind of thing. I'll go back on those as soon as I finish up with Ezra's route, and then of course we go on forward to do like, you know, Finn's route as him as an individual. So yeah, there we go. So that's the plan, that's the game plan for this game so far. So tune in next time and we'll see how it all ends with Ezra. So see you guys until then, but for now, bye!